second, back to order. Next order of business is application 19-15, Barnstable County Agricultural Society.
Yeah, who's going to be sitting on this?
Sorry, thank you. Blah, blah. Here we are. So, John, you sit on this one?
Ready to read it in?
Yes.
Being all persons deemed affected by the Board of Appeals under Section 11 of Chapter 40A of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified that Barnstable County Agricultural Society of East Falmouth, Mass. applied to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a special permit pursuant to Sections 24038, 240-109A and B, 240-160, and 240-18 of the Code of Falmouth to allow non-agricultural events with associated parking on subject property at 1220 Nathan S. Ellis Highway and associated parcels.
Okay. Ms. Brown?
Good evening. I'm Wendy Brown. I'm the general manager.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Still getting used to this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we have switched it up a little.
Okay.
We're asking for referrals before the applicant.
Health, no comment. Natural resources, no comment. Engineering standard comment. Fire department, no general concerns with the attached list. The individual groups will need to contact the fire prevention office before the event. Contact must be made at least 30 days prior to the scheduled event. Event contact less than 30 days, risk not having the event. Planning, no comment. Building, no comment. And water, water department wants to see a clear plan for protecting against the backflow where water is provided. To multiple vendors and operations on the site. Looks like there's nothing opposed or, okay.
Okay, now, Ms. Brown. Okay.
Now I'm Wendy Brown. I'm the general manager at the Barnstable County Agricultural Society, and I'm not an attorney, so go ahead and ask your questions.
Well, I guess maybe you could give us a quick summary on what changes, if any.
As far as new additions to
Right,
the
new
events.
additions, subtractions, changes in what you're requesting.
Okay. I'll calm everybody's fears. I'm sure they see Boy Scouts. It's not the big jamboree of 5,000 people. It's actually the Cape and Islands Council Boy Scouts. It's their 100th anniversary. There'll be around 500 kids. They're only using the fairgrounds proper, so to speak, everything on the main side, not crossing 151, just a special 100th anniversary. On the 31st, the JDRF walk, that is new to us. It's the Juvenile Diabetes Walk. Very happy to have them, and other than that, that's not new. The inflatable 5K is exactly what it is. It's a they put out inflatables, and they're having a 5K run. I guess it's actually almost filled up. People love 5K runs with jumping into inflatable things, I guess.
Sounds like fun to me.
Horse shows are all the same. All the everything in September is the same. Race team's the same. The Mass State police boxing, that canceled yesterday, so that was new, and now it's not.
What canceled, lady?
8/28, the Mass State police boxing.
Okay. So we do this every year. We renew this special permit. Any questions from the board regarding any of these events?
I just had a couple, I guess, overview questions. Same lots and uses as last year, nothing in scope.
I've already met with everybody from the town. I call it one-stop shopping, so we've already met with water, addressed the issue that the water department had. They have the schematics of how we're going to put something on the manifolds where the water is. There'll be backflow preventers, and actually all of our vendors' hoses will be locked in place, and we're inventing this neat little thing that's going to go over them, so there could be no cross-contamination. We met with Russ and Dave Kerrigan regarding that, and they do have the plans for that now. With the police, the only concern they had was with the Scallop Festival. It was their first year, so there were traffic, and we're not used to having 40 buses. They have all the groups that come in, and we've already met with the Scallop Festival, and we're meeting with the police and Scallop Festival again on the 24th. At their suggestion, we will not be opening one gate, we'll be opening both gates, so there'll be less congestion because we'll be opening up Lot 4 to parking also, which is the one at the farthest side, where the blinking light is, and the buses will be coming in Gate 6 and be staged down there so that they won't be blocking up traffic up on the main entrance.
40 buses for the Scallop Festival?
They have a lot of bus tours that come down for it. Most of them come Friday morning, but we do have some Saturday. So we have a contingency plan to open up Lot 2 with the Scallop Festival and the police. And because it was their first time, I've mandated it with them that the fairgrounds, with our expertise in parking personnel, we will take over all parking ourselves because we handle the fair, so we'll handle our next biggest event on our own.
What happens at the Scallop Festival?
A lot of arts and crafts and a lot of scallops.
Okay. Any questions, concerns from the public regarding any of these events or past? Okay, is the board prepared to move?
I'll move that we close the hearing.
Second?
Second.
Okay, moved by Kim, seconded by Ed. All in favor?
Aye.
And aye.
And I will move that we approve application 19-15 for a one-year special permit for the events as listed in the schedule of events. I guess that was received on March 18th with the exception of the 828 Mass State Police. And then any changes will be approved by administrative approval.
Administrative.
Is that how we usually? Oh, sorry. Well, I was trying to get it all in there quick.
That's good.
Usually, sometimes she'll come up with events, and then if they're nothing major, then I can administratively approve them. Anything major, I would bring to you for an administrative approval.
Okay. And
So
do we
you
need
just
to?
want to make that grant one-year special permit for events, and then you can condition the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody
Do we
second?
need to include anything regarding the,
Can we have a second on that?
yeah, who would like to second that?
Second.
I'm just wondering if we need anything regarding the
The
concerns of the welfare fire.
She addressed those, and I can put those in the findings, but I suggest the board condition this special permit as we have in the past. As a matter of fact, I can use that template,
Okay,
because all this last year's special permit's in there for the board's review.
well, let's include them in the findings. Okay. Ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
And aye. Passed unanimously. Have a good season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, application 21-15, Robert Levitz. Oh, that's, come on.
Who's considering this one?
Oh, thank you. Mark, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Being all persons deemed affected by the Board of Appeals under Section 11 of Chapter 40A of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified that Robert E. Levitz of Glastonbury, Connecticut, applied to the Zoning Board of Appeals pursuant to Sections 243C and 24068B of the Code of Falmouth to demolish the pre-existing non-conforming one-story single-family dwelling and construct a two-story, three-bedroom, single-family dwelling with basement on a 10,200 square parcel located at 221 Lakeshore Drive, East Falmouth.
And referrals.
From Health, plans on the project file indicate the existing three-bedroom home will remain a three-bedroom home at project completion, provided the access to the study is a non-standard cased opening, preferably with no returns. The property owner should know that the existing well would have to be abandoned, or an application to convert the well to an irrigation well would have to be submitted to the health department. If the well is less than 50 feet to the property line, then the property owner would need to apply to the Board of Health for a variance. From engineering, we have standard comment. No comment from planning. No comment from the fire department. From water, the project does not appear to require any changes to the town's water service of water in this area. From Concom shall review a notice of intent application for this property on 2/25/15. Nothing from the building department. And no letters in support or in opposition.
And for the applicant, Raul.
Good evening. For the record, my name is Raul Lizardi. I'm an engineer at Holmes & McGrath representing the applicant. The Levitts are here with us tonight also, if anybody has eventually a question directly to them. As it was referenced, the project here, it's a tear down of an existing non-conforming house, the non-conformity being the setback to the southern side property line, and the reconstruction of a single-family home. It remains a three-bedroom dwelling. Some of the improvements that we're doing is we're removing the existing cesspool on the property, installing a Title V conforming septic system for the three-bedroom dwelling. We did receive an order of condition from Conservation, so we noticed that the referral still says that a notice is to be filed, but an order has already been issued. The referral from Board of Health talks about the well on the site. The well located is right here, very close to Jenkins Pond. Back when all these properties were developed, they all had wells because there was no town water. Since town water was installed on the road, this house has been connected. Technically, the well has been abandoned, but not as the process that the Board of Health recognizing as an abandonment of a well. There's a form that needs to be filed with the health department. The applicant is willing to go through that process of making it official with the health department to abandon the well. The well is not going to be used for irrigation. It hasn't been used. It's just been still on the ground, even though not used. The proposed dwelling will still be non-conforming to the same setback on the southern property line, but no other non-conformities are being created with this redevelopment of the site. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Okay. Mark, you want to start?
Sure. Raul, can you just talk about the applicant's intent with regard to the health referral regarding the cased opening and the return of the study?
Right. The applicant is not going to propose any type of closure or pocket door or anything like that. It will be completely an opening to that den, so it would not be considered a bedroom.
Will it be without a return on the casing?
Not sure what a return. It's
based on the construction on the right side, it couldn't have a return.
Okay. Disregard my last.
So it'll be cased, and we'll make sure the cased is in parentheses, so
Okay.
there's no way. A return is when they have a certain area that they can bring out and then put a door in. Cased is completely flat, with no possibility of putting a door in.
Let's see here, and that's all.
That's it for you. TJ, anything?
Raul, I think there was a shed in the front yard. Would the applicant be removing that?
It will be removed. He is aware that it does not conform to setbacks, so it will be removed. Those who have been to the site, it's almost falling in its own.
To follow up on that, the lot coverage that you provided includes that shed?
It does, so
Okay.
it will eventually become a little less than what we show as proposed.
Do they propose to put another shed in its place? I mean,
They don't have any intention to do one, but if they were to do one, they'll make sure that it conforms to any applicable setbacks.
With the explanation that they understand it can't go in the front yard anymore?
I'll explain that to them.
Thank you.
Yes.
You said that the the setback from the south boundary line is going to be remaining the same. I know that this is splitting hairs, but just for the testimony, it's currently 2.9?
2.9 feet, that's correct.
And is it staying at 2.9 or is it going to 3?
It's going to 3 on the proposed plans, cannot be less than 2.9.
Okay, thank you. If you could you elaborate as to why they're retaining, I guess, the deck to the south side, just because it is so close?
Yeah.
Why that can't be made a little bit better? And I apologize for...
The retaining on the south side.
Yeah, so you're retaining, I guess the deck is going to be set back 3 feet there from the side property line, which is very close, 10's required. So I understand it's 2.9 now, but they are going up in height with the structure, so it's a taller structure, closer to the, same distance to the property line. So I was just wondering, actually, I guess I'll ask 2 questions. How far back is the structure, the house from the property line? And then if you could just touch on why they're retaining the deck on that side of the house.
The plans for the deck and the side access stairs are in sonotubes. The grade from the existing grade to the deck is about a 10-foot difference. It goes from an existing grade of about 32 to 42, maybe even 11 feet from the ground on sonotubes. The retaining, there's no retaining wall for the deck. The house itself will work as a retaining wall for the basement level. The basement level is a walkout, so in itself the foundation for the basement will work as a retaining wall on that southern side of the property. But the portion that is 3 feet from the property line is the stair access to the deck and that portion south side of the deck.
So it's only, and I'm looking at now on the elevation too, so it only takes up about half of the house then? The deck
Yes.
doesn't extend, okay.
Yes, that's correct.
And how far setback is the house?
The stairs is 4 feet wide, so it'll be about 7 feet.
Okay.
So the basement extends beyond the basement foundation. Does that extend beyond the house setback of 7 feet?
No,
Okay.
no, it's the stairs that is less than 7 feet and more than 2.9. and a portion of the deck, but that's all on sonotubes, not on a retaining wall.
Gotcha.
Basement will be finished?
Yes, eventually.
If you're going to speak, sorry. No, you can. You just can go up and introduce yourself for the record.
Sorry, Robert Levitz. Again, I think it may not be immediately finished, you know, depending on how much money's left, to tell you
Right.
the truth. But we are plumbing it for one bathroom down there. But actually putting tile down and the rest may actually wait.
No plans to put a bedroom down there?
No.
All right, that's all I have. Questions?
No questions from Ed? John, anything?
On the bedroom, I would say that they wouldn't be able to have a bedroom permitted on the basement because the septic system is only designed for 3 bedrooms.
Right.
Okay.
Thank
I have no questions. Any comments from the public? Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Robert Whalen. I'm representing a spokesperson for the owners of 215 Lakeshore Drive. We're right next door. First of all, I'd like to say we're happy about this happening. Second of all, we've had a right-of-way through the Levitz's property for 59 years. Their septic system is going to be right under our right-of-way. That's our only accessibility. So we're a little concerned of the embankment, compaction, accessibility, that kind of thing. So they could address that for us.
Yeah, maybe
One
the
other
engineer
thing-
could address the nature of that.
One other quick thing, one of the owners, my uncle Steve Scully, he is a civil engineer, and he wrote a letter, his concerns, if I could submit that.
Yes, please.
I have one for everybody, or just one?
One is probably sufficient.
Thank you. You want specific concerns that we have as far as if you
If you can quickly summarize them.
Okay, one of them is the grade of the driveway. We want that to remain the same, but improve a little bit. It's actually pretty rough from the erosion.
Yeah.
That's one of the concerns is the erosion. Right now, the rainwater runs down. It actually comes down Lake Shore Drive into their current property. It kind of backs down and runs down right away. Our other concern is that embankment. There's a lot of large trees that are going to be taken down that hold the embankment back right now, and they're going to be digging approximately 10 feet into that. So we were wondering what they're going to do to retain that embankment, because our right-of-way is cut into the hillside. So those are some concerns. And the other one's the accessibility during the season, and one more is weekend work, during the season or whatever.
What do you mean by weekend work?
Well, they're going to be building a house on the weekends because we're all going to be down there, whatever, so that's a concern. So the biggest one is probably the accessibility. All the owners are elderly, and we do have some handicapped people in our family, so that's our concerns.
Who maintains currently that right-of-way?
That is what we do. We put gravel on it and everything else. We put into consideration asphalting and everything else, just because of the erosion. It's getting tougher and tougher
Right.
to get up and down.
Didn't look like there was much asphalt down there.
No, there's none now. We actually got a couple quotes last year to do this, and then we found they were going to do this. We didn't want to do it before. They were going to dig everything up, so.
Okay. All right, maybe the engineer could comment on all those. Those are good.
I was going to ask.
We want to review the dry wells, because they didn't come in and review the plan, so they may not know there's dry wells proposed.
Yeah, there's 3 points that I kind of summarize as target points from the neighbors. As you can see from the plans, this is the neighbor, and this is the driveway that crosses through my client's property. There's an easement for use and maintain that existing driveway that crosses through the property. That driveway is independent from the driveway for my client. My client has its own driveway right next to it. So there are actually two driveways next to each other. It's a gravel driveway. It's been in existence for a pretty long time. We are proposing septic system on the front yard of the proposed house because this is a conservation jurisdiction property. The septic system cannot go on the back of the house. There's not enough room on the side of the house. The only logical placement for the septic system is on the front side, but everything is driveway. The driveway traverses the front of the property from corner to corner, so there's no option other than installing it there. It is an H20 septic system, which is a concrete structure used for installation underneath parking lots, driveways, and so forth. We have venting for the septic system because it's located underneath a driveway. We are proposing dry wells. That's something that's typically required every time a notice of intent is presented before the Conservation Commission. The dry wells will intercept all the roof runoff and direct it onto the dry wells. Not that the roof currently causes any erosion problem on that driveway, because that driveway sits actually higher than the house. The erosion that's happening on that driveway, it's an existing condition from water that's coming down the slope and maybe even being introduced through the existing roadway. We are not proposing to change that driveway. We are proposing a new driveway for the client here, for my client. But we're not proposing to change that grade. Recently, the neighbor did resurface that driveway with gravel. That actually helps with current erosions that are happening. We are proposing to put that system in, and we're going to be impacting the existing bank. The bank is going to be filled back somewhat in kind and vegetated above. Nothing with trees or big shrubs that are going to hamper the functionality of the system. The installation of the foundation for this house, it is very close to the existing driveway, so the contractor will have to devise some type of sheeting for the temporary protection of that bank, because that driveway is going to be in use. It will be temporarily interrupted for the installation of the leaching field for the system, because the system is underneath the driveway, but there has to be some arrangement with the neighbor as to how they're going to access their property, either by foot or by cars, and so that the system can be maybe installed and inspected as a one phase by the engineer and the health agent, and then backfill, and maybe there's a temporary dirt drive, and then the gravel surface is put back the next day, so that the driveway is not completely closed and the neighbors cannot access their property. There's all the intentions to allow the neighbor to have access. If the neighbor does have a particular week that he prefers nothing to be done for the septic, he can talk with my client, and they can arrange a preferable time for the installation that's not going to be too disruptive to their use of the property. I haven't seen that letter that was just submitted, so I'm not sure what other details may be there.
Someone in your office, Tim, my uncle talked to him. He discussed all these issues with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. In terms of the steepness of the driveway, we're not going to make any changes to it. It's going to be rebuilt to the same grade that the driveway is. We're just going to replenish it with new gravel. And of course, the side slopes will be disturbed, so they'll have to put some new loam, some new seeding, and wait for the grass to grow back. In the meantime, that the grass does actually
Whose
take,
responsibility is that?
that will be my client's responsibility, because it's part of the septic installation. So until the grass takes control of the soils, there may be some erosion here and there as part of any construction, and they'll have to keep it clean.
Is your client's driveway that services their house, is that asphalt or is that gravel?
That's
Anything else for Raul at this point from the board? Okay. Any other comments from the public? Yes, ma'am. Yes.
My name is Susan Dillon. I live across the street. I guess, looking at that, I can't tell what the elevation is and how high this building is going to be. Most of the houses in the area are all one story. A few of them have like A-frames or something, but they're all fairly small houses, and I'm wondering, is this house going to be a monolith in front of us, blocking our view to the water?
Okay, I think the height is actually, I don't see it specified on the plan.
I think it's on.
It's 27 and a half in front and 33 and a half in back.
Okay.
I guess I would like to know what the difference is between what's there now, height-wise, and
Well,
what that
can
would
you,
be.
yeah,
Okay. The other thing is, I guess, a lot of us would like to know what the time frame is on this. You know, are we talking, doing this in the middle of the summer, or are we waiting till the fall?
yeah, it should be to the board, through the board, please. Then the applicant can respond. So 2 questions. Current height of the structure, our bylaws allow up to 35 feet, so
Okay.
they're substantially below that.
With the new structure? Do you,
They're not bumping up against any other dimensional issues except
Okay,
for the
but I
side
think-
yard setback.
just for information, we haven't seen any elevations, so we don't know how,
Yeah.
what the difference will be when we're looking at it.
I don't know if there's any, you don't have any elevations to present,
They've
do
been
you?
in the file.
They are in the
Well,
file.
I-
Somebody's come into the office to review
Yes,
them.
we
I
do
don't
have
live
them
down
in the
here
file.
year-round, I've been in Florida, so.
You may, you're welcome to go up and speak.
I'm Ida Siegel, I'm Bob's wife. The house is very similar to the house, I don't know if you know Steve.
To the
Coulomb.
board, please.
Um,
Speak to us.
I don't know
and-
the address. Okay, down the street, there is down the street, I don't know, maybe 6 houses down, there is a 2-story house that our plans are very closely following his, and it's pretty much the same height. There's usually it's kind of far from the street, and there's usually a boat in front of it. On our side of the street. Steve Gorham?
Raul, you have some information? Okay, let's
I don't know if the address.
let's continue with the
Yeah.
format of,
Okay.
Yeah, the elevations of the proposed house show that the height of the house is going to be 27.6 feet, which is below the 35 limit that the zoning code has. Currently, there is a 1-story ranch there. This is a 2-story house that we're proposing. But there are other 2-story houses on Jenkins Pond. This is not the only one. Most of them are 1-story homes. This house also sits down from the road. The road in front of the house is at an elevation on the plans you can see of about 47 feet. The finished floor of this house is proposed at 43, so 4 feet below the grades of the road. There are no easements over this property for vistas or views for the abutting properties, but it is in keeping with the neighborhood. In calculation-wise, the elevation of the peak is roughly 70, elevation 70.
okay, what's the current elevation of the 1-story house, do you know?
I don't have it with me. I don't have that with me.
But you could guess.
It's below the 70 that we're proposing. Not 70.
I thought he said 37.
I'm talking about elevation, 70.
He's talking
not-
about the actual elevation with respect to sea level.
Right.
With respect to like where the pond is?
So that doesn't give you a whole lot of,
Okay, the house is going to be
2-story.
27 and a half foot tall from grade.
From the road.
From grade, no.
from
From the wholesale, from the road, it will be...
from where the dirt is.
Yeah, but it's on a hill, so
From the
I
road, it
guess,
will be what, Raoul?
From the road, it will be
You said
Five.
4.
4
It's
feet
5.
difference,
Yeah,
so it'll
4
be
feet.
23 and a half feet from the road.
Okay,
Okay?
okay. And
Again,
timeframe.
try to, okay, let's see what they have to say about time frame. I think that the applicant can respond to that.
I'm Robert Levitz, and again, our builder, John Vidal, isn't here, but we weren't sure when, we didn't realize what was involved in here, and there's now permits to get, et cetera. I do respect my neighbors and don't want to be blocking off our neighbors, the Whalens, and so either it would be done, I think, I talked to my wife, I don't know if we can get it started enough done before the season. I don't want to be cutting them off, so it could start a year from now so that we wouldn't, or in the fall, and maybe my wife.
Well,
The
the
boss.
builder said it would take 3 months. So we can start immediately, we could have it April, May, June, we could have it by July. I don't want to build in the fall because I'm worried about the weather turning bad on us. So otherwise, we'll wait till next spring and do it next spring early so that, maybe March, April.
Okay, we have great falls down here.
Huh?
We have really good falls down here.
I don't know. Snowstorm
Spring
in
is not so
October
nice.
are not fun. So, yeah, so we would do, if we can do it right away, and he says 3 months, hope to be done by July. If not, we'll wait till next spring.
Okay, I think that's getting beyond our purview anyway. Issues of the timing, I think it's reassuring for the neighbors to know you're going to be considerate. I think we've probably covered this pretty thoroughly. Is there anybody else that has a concern?
My name's Larry Rothschild, I live right beside them. A couple of questions. Those who built, all these houses were built by Grossmans in 1957. None of them were 3 bedrooms, so I don't know when this came up. I had put an addition on my house about 3-4 years ago, and I had to have 10 feet from their line to the addition before I could build there. So they're putting on, right now, they're really, really close to me. Very close to me. So are they moving? Do you count the deck as part of it? So where the deck is should be 10 feet?
No one-
So
Or the house.
it's basically a grandfathered lot. So it's the legal terminology is a pre-existing non-conforming structure. So if they want to make any changes to that, there's a legal standard, but basically they can still build within that setback that you wouldn't otherwise be able to build in. It's grandfathered.
The problem they have is that they
Well, the
don't
deck wasn't
have freedom.
grandfathered.
They
That
don't
deck
have-
wasn't there years ago.
The
What I'm
stru-
asking you is it 10 feet from the house, or is it 10 feet from the deck?
It's one and the same. The deck is part of the structure. When
deck
the deck is attached to a dwelling, it's part of the structure. That requires a 10-foot setback.
So it should be 10 feet from the deck
This
to
is
the property?
pre-existing non-conforming, so when they reconstruct, and due to the confines of the lot, this board can allow them to have the same setback as existing now,
Right, but no more detrimental.
but no more than what
No
is.
closer.
And the problem they have is that they have a easement across their property that constrains how far they can move.
Well, their deck is right on the line.
It's
They
2.9
just
feet.
surveyed it, and the stake is right on the
It's their
line.
seal on that plan, and that's what the plan says. The plan says 2.9, and that's, Raul, is it your seal or somebody
Yeah,
from your
it is
office?
Raoul.
So it's an engineer seal. They're guaranteeing that it's 2.9 by putting their seal on that plan.
2.9 feet.
The deck is 2.9 feet from that property line, according to the plan.
So it's 2.9 feet from where the stake is right now?
The
It should
stake
be two.
marking the property line, yes.
They just did it, so that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the stake, and I can reach over their deck and pick up the stake. So that's what I'm getting at.
We have to go by what that seal says. That seal certifies that that plot plan is correct.
Okay? I'm just asking a question.
So when all is said and done, and the thing is built, the deck should be actually it's 3 feet on the plan, right?
Right.
3 feet from the property line
Into their house.
to their deck. It would be great if they could conform to 10 feet, but given the constraints on their lot, they can't, and they have this pre-existing nonconformity that allows them to do something that's no more detrimental than what they already
Which
have.
is good. Now, all the Grossman's houses were 2 bedrooms.
Yeah,
Now, I don't understand that.
there's no limitation in the terms of the zoning with respect to the bedrooms if they can have an adequate septic system.
All right, so if it was a 2, they could make it a 3 then, is that what you're saying?
Okay?
No, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I would just like to add that the town records have the existing residence as a 3-bedroom house. The health department reviewed the application and deemed that we're going from a 3-bedroom to a 3-bedroom, so there is no increase in flow to the septic. And yes, the plan has been checked by the surveyor and stamped by the surveyor. I think the community has some, maybe, I don't know if this is the case in this particular question, but these property lines at some point got redrafted. The property lines used to have an angle to them, and they got redrafted on the subdivisions, maybe because of some encroachments with the old lot lines. But this is the correct lot line. The existing deck is at 2.9 feet from this lot line, and we're proposing at 3 feet.
So it'll actually be, if it's built according to the plans,
1 inch,
a little bit further.
1 inch.
Okay. Okay, I think, is that it from the public? We've had a pretty good coverage, I think. Is the board prepared to
I'll move that we close
act?
2115.
Second.
Good, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And aye. Okay, hearing's closed. What's the pleasure of the board with respect to project?
I'll move that we approve 2115.
I'll
Mark?
second.
Mark and Kim? Any
Findings?
findings?
That they will be installing dry wells, that there are no new nonconformities, and they're making the existing nonconformity better, minimally so, but better. That they're removing the shed in the front yard,
No increase in bedrooms?
no increase in bedrooms. That the upstairs study will be a cased opening, or will have a cased opening.
Okay,
They're,
Are they removing the cesspools?
The well, oh,
the
And
Title
closing
V.
down? You want to review that?
right. And again, by testimony, they'll
Let's see,
bringing that well.
Certify the abandonment of the
Right.
cesspool.
proper procedure for abandonment.
And the well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
The well.
conditions?
Can we, oh.
Go ahead.
You were gonna say per plans?
I was gonna say that.
Per plans. Do we want as-built because it is so close?
I think it would be a good idea in this case.
240, 216 meets that criteria. Oh, that was a finding too. I apologize.
I always put that in there as a stamp.
Can we, and I condition that the well is abandoned prior to occupancy? Where is that?
That the certification of the abandonment of the well, well, it's up to you guys. Is
Yeah.
that- if you want
Okay.
that?
Sure.
Yes?
Mhm.
Do you want to condition that they remove the shed?
I think we should,
Yeah.
actually.
It's out of compliance otherwise.
Yeah.
Do we want to condition that the study opening will be cased, or, because we made the
Yes.
finding?
Made it per plan, so you want
Yeah.
to
Yes.
condition as well?
Yes.
I think that covers it. Okay, all in favor?
I would make one more finding.
Okay.
On the plan, was there anything regarding the testimony that was given? They're not proposing to change the grade of the easement driveway?
You'll have to look at the plan, I'm sorry, I don't have it before you.
I don't think there's anything,
They stated that they have to return it to its
Its
state.
original
Gravel
state?
it, so
that
maybe
would
should-
certainly be a
Its original.
That should be a finding.
That should, a
Okay.
condition, I think.
Okay, whichever.
Yeah.
You want
I
to
would-
make it a finding and a condition?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that is,
I think they said, what, new gravel, loam, and seeding will be undertaken by the applicant?
to return the driveway to its
Right.
Existing.
current condition or better.
Well, I don't think you should condition that, that's a finding,
Yeah,
but
okay.
condition would be that they return the driveway to existing grade and gravel.
Yeah, good enough. Okay, now are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Good luck in your construction.
Thank you.
Okay, that's this.
Okay. Next, we do have more business, so thank you all for coming. And the next applicant is application 22-15. And I would ask that you carry conversation outside the room, please.
Just a minute, Mr. Chair.
No.
For this, yeah, here, I'll do that ahead of time. Mark did the last one, so John, can you sit on this one? And,
Being all persons deemed affected by the Board of Appeals under Section 11 of Chapter 40A of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified that Roy and Mary Clement of East Falmouth, Mass. applied to the Zoning Board of Appeals pursuant to Section 243C to construct a 16 by 22-foot addition to the side of the pre-existing non-conforming detached garage structure on a 25,123 square foot parcel located within the Bournes Pond Coastal Pond Overlay District and known as 16 Starfish Lane in East Falmouth.
okay, and Pearl?
No comment from Health. Standard comment from Engineering. No comment from Planning. No comment from Building. Concom. Concom has reviewed this project under a notice of intent. Hearing has been closed. An order of condition will be issued by your meeting tonight. No letters in opposition or in favor. That's it.
Okay.
Good evening, my name's John Doyle, and I prepared this plan, the site plan for Roy and Mary Clements of 16 Starfish Lane. Roy and his wife Mary are here, if you have any questions of them. Starfish Lane runs north-south parallel to Bournes Pond. Starfish forms a T with Terry Lou Avenue. Starfish has a dead end at the north end and a south end, and this property lies at the dead end at the south end of Starfish Lane. The existing dwelling was constructed in 1962 on this 25,123 square foot lot. The garage, which is the structure we'll be working on, is a pre-existing non-conforming structure in that it is only 15.6 feet from the sideline of Starfish Lane. Like I say, the house was built about 53 years ago. We don't know how it got where it is. It is in the RC zoning district. What we're proposing is that we add some storage to the east end of the garage, or the end of the garage away from the street. Roy would like some additional storage there. The existing garage is about 636 square feet. The proposal is for a 352 square foot addition, which is about a 55% increase to the structure. We've tried to design the building so that it has no new overhead doors. The only overhead door would remain the door that faces the street. We see that you can see on the plan that the septic system would have no interference with this addition to the garage. I think we might have to take one tree, is that correct? One oak tree between the existing garage and the house at the edge of the project. There is adequate parking and drainage. You can see the pavement shown on the plan. There's quite a bit in front of the garage, and actually people probably turn there because it is a dead-end street. There's drainage structures in that parking area as well. What we've tried to do with the building is to blend it in with the building that's there. Again, there are no new overhead doors proposed, but there is a passage door. The building is kind of hidden in that it's stepped in a foot on each side to the new addition, so that it doesn't blast in your face when you drive down there. It's kind of shadowed by the existing. The height would not exceed the height of the existing building. It would be slightly lower. The architectural plans have tried to keep the similar lines and windows of the existing. Again, I say there's adequate drainage and parking for it. It is not located in the flood hazard zone. In fact, the top of the coastal bank is out on the eastern edge of the patio, you see, to the eastern side of the house. The existing coverage is 18.19% for the structures. This will only go up to 19.59%, so it will be under the 20% coverage required under that zoning district. The existing parking, paving, and structure coverage adds up to about 24.97%. That will end up at 26.38% with the project, which is well below the 40 required, I believe. This project won't require any increased traffic flow on the street or at this end of the street. We've tried to keep the aesthetics in that they equal or are better than what the existing garage looks like now. The distance back to the addition to the garage would be in excess of what will be required now. He has some patio furniture that he stores someplace else. He has a significant amount of that. He wants to be able to put things like that in this area. It will be in conformance with the setbacks on the sideline, and they will in fact increase rather than the 11-foot. Will go to 12.5 and 13 from the southerly property line. We don't feel that it would be detrimental to the neighborhood, and we feel that it's positive and it's environmentally sound, and we think it's a positive project for the neighborhood. We're here to answer any questions you might have about this, and there are architectural plans filed with this.
All right, good. Any questions for John from the board?
I do. Any heat?
I couldn't hear.
Any heat? Is it heated or unheated?
It's unheated now, right? Oh, it's heated.
Oh, it is heated, okay.
And he planned to heat the addition.
Okay. And it's going to be finished drywall, right? Is that correct?
Yes,
And any electricity in there?
there is.
Okay. And it'll be open directly to the existing garage, no wall?
Yeah, the removed portion of that back wall, which is shown on those architectural plans, I hope you have.
Yep. Okay, that's all I have.
Anyone else?
The request said it was like on the side, it's actually on the back, right? It's per the drawings, right?
Sari mentioned that to me. I think that was just in the transference of how it was published or something, right? But
That's what the application says, and that's what I copied. And when I looked at the plan, it looked like it was.
Well, it's
gonna
four
be built-
sides,
it's
it's
gonna be
on one of the
built per the
sides.
plan.
yeah.
John and
Right,
I
that's
would
what I said, it's four sides, it's one of the sides, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Built per the plans,
We agree, huh, John?
yep,
Yes,
Side.
yeah.
before we got here.
It's on A side.
I have a question.
Yes,
The existing stormwater containment on the garage is just downspouts, so they go into like a drywall or anything?
I'm pretty sure they go into drywall because they look like somebody did a good job of putting them down into it, you know? They don't drip out onto it.
And so is the intent for the proposed addition, because you're increasing 55%
Yeah,
to drywall?
actually, the ridge runs different here, so that when you drive down to the southern, you're looking at the gable now. Now you look at the shed roof, so we'll probably put them out on the east ends.
So it's not portrayed on the site plan yet, so that you're proposing that now?
We would certainly accept a condition to that effect.
I mean,
There's no sense changing
but
now.
before going that far, I would say, is there any significant pooling of water in here?
No, but I don't think you're gonna get it draining the way it drains out on the western edge where it goes into the parking lot and eventually to the
Right to the road,
catch basin.
yeah. All right. Might be something for discussion, but that's all I have.
okay, anybody else? Okay, anyone in the public want to comment? Okay, board discussion?
Just out of curiosity, what's the board's feeling on the stormwater containment with this new addition? Adequate as is with the garage?
So they're adding,
I'm just caught by the 55%, but actually how
yeah,
the thing is laid out. You know, it's gabled differently, so I could go either way on it. I just brought it up as a matter of discussion.
Sure. Roy Clements, he's going to answer that for you.
As far as the gutters go, they're gonna go at I'm gonna attach them to the existing piece that's there, so it'll still go up to the same spot.
Okay.
It's not gonna change at all.
All right.
well, it'll change, the amount of flow will change.
Just change the amount of flow, but it'll go in the same place.
So the eaves will be
Directly
connected
anywhere
to the
else.
existing.
Correct.
And is there currently a dry well?
Yes.
Okay. And you think it's adequate?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
are you ready to act on this one? Motion to close?
Move to close.
Second.
Okay, moved by Kim to close, Ed seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I.
Move to approve. Application, I'll make it shorter this time.
2215.
2215.
Is there a
I'll
second?
second that.
TJ seconds. Okay, Kim moves in favor, TJ seconds. Findings,
No new nonconformities.
actually a slight improvement.
Yes. Currently, drywall on site, that's adequate. Testimony to that effect.
As per plan, well, that's on the conditions. Okay, on to conditions. As per plan.
For plan?
That, I think the only important one might be that I guess if it's as per plan, there's large area where it's, the wall has been removed to the back, so.
No habitable space, that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? I couldn't quite.
No.
No habitable
Okay.
space, it's storage space.
Storage and workspace.
We always worry that people are creating extra bedrooms. I know you're not, I
There won't be
understand.
any water in there either.
Yeah. This is a pretty clear-cut one. It's not. Okay, ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
And aye. Passed unanimously.
Thank you, folks.
Mr. Chairman, before we get started on the next, I'll
Yes.
move in advance that we go beyond 9:30.
Good. Do we have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Somebody's paying attention to this.
I was paying attention. Okay, so we will go to what time? 10? Think we can do it by 10?
Okay, we'll say 10.
Okay, we move to go to 10. All in favor?
Aye.
And aye. I don't know, was there a second? Does that need a second? It probably
I'll
does.
second it just in case.
Yeah, TJ seconded that. Okay, so for this, I think TJ is recusing himself for application 23-15, correct?
Will be.
And so our vice chair will also be the clerk. And
Is the applicant here or are they out?
I'm sorry?
Are they here, the applicant? Oh, I didn't know if they were out in the hall.
If you want to tell Attorney Callahan to come in, please.
That way he's here.
we could just say,
They're not here.
guess we have to continue.
Oh, no show. See ya.
Shall I read anyway?
No, I think you need to wait,
Okay.
don't you?
Oh, yeah.
So we can't move to adjourn?
No, but if they don't show, we can move to continue. Find him?
Yeah, they're before death.
What?
I want to go.
How
We
about bring me
would
back
have
a
been
beer?
continuing.
And you could be.
We would have been continuing.
Checking out the kitchen. Thank goodness, this cooking show.
Okay, we're going to read this into the record, and yeah, you're welcome to come up to the podium, but don't say anything yet. And Kim,
Can we tack this up now?
Kim Beelen, who's our vice chair and acting clerk on this one, will be reading into the record the announcement and any referrals we have, okay?
Being all persons deemed affected by the Board of Appeals under Section 11 of Chapter 40A of the Massachusetts General Laws, you are hereby notified that Igor Potapov, of Brookline, Mass. Applied to the Zoning Board of Appeals pursuant to Section 240-23A to operate a bed and breakfast, commercial accommodations with 7 rentable rooms and associated parking on a 1.01 acre parcel located at 14 Shannon's Way, North Falmouth, and I will read the referrals at the same time. Health had no comment. Marine and Environmental Services had no comment. Engineering had its standard referral. Building had no comment. Planning had no comment. Concom had no comment. And Fire Department. Fire Department questions. Is there a commercial fire alarm? May require fire alarm system. System install question. Commercial cooking operations questions. May require, and of course I can't read that, I read that earlier either.
Annual,
And system,
No.
and
Ansel system.
Ansel system.
Ansel cooking, good.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Will also, amended 32515 will also require a sprinkler system. And,
I believe they updated that
oh,
in the letter.
I apologize.
the applicant updated?
No, the fire, you're talking about the fire that occurred, the email from Mike Mattel? Is that what you're-
They updated, they went out and visited the site.
They amended it on 325 to say, oh, I know what you're talking about, okay, sorry. So there was an email from Mike Metello, the Falmouth Fire Department, to Sari on March 25th. The fire that occurred a couple of years ago, a truck was able to access the property once they found the driveway. The road was not marked with the street sign, as is the issue still today. The roads need to be clearly marked. Also, as the driveway stands today, I don't think a fire engine would be able to access the house because the driveway is eroded and very soft. I feel that if an engine were to attempt to access this site and got too close to the shoulder of the driveway, it might give way and the truck would slide off the embankment. Improvements need to be made to the site. Also, on another note on this property, I noticed an abandoned oil tank leaking on the side of the driveway. This needs to be removed and properly disposed of. I have pictures of the tank if needed. And, there's one letter in opposition, oh, here it is. 2 letters in opposition and 3 letters in support.
Okay, Mr. Callahan.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for the time. My name is Attorney Kevin Callahan. I've been asked to represent the owner of the property at 14 Shannon's Way, a gentleman to my right, Igor Povanov. And he's with his business partner and a gentleman that I hope will be able to explain in even greater detail for the board and hopefully address any of the concerns. We had a conversation, there's about 8 friends from North Falmouth that had some concerns, basically earlier this evening, about such issues as noise and lighting. We are hoping to have, and Madam Forelady, it's a 7-bedroom room home now. It was constructed, new construction, it was constructed in 2014. We hope to, with what we're asking the board for a special permit, to have 6 rentable bed and breakfast rooms. The owner, Igor, will be living there with his wife. We will be serving just breakfast only, no other meals. We hope to have this as a bed and breakfast on a year-round basis. We've addressed most of the issues, I believe, so far until we have an open discussion, and perhaps the board might very well want to have questions or make some strong suggestions. We are in the process, Madam Forelady, about the driveway. We hope to enlarge the driveway 6 feet over to the front yard, so the driveway would be wide enough for a fire truck or any other vehicle, commercial vehicle that might come up there. The oil tank, I'm sure we can have removed. I did see the oil tank there. If it's on our property, we'll be more than glad to remove it and remove it promptly. As you can see, there is no other bed and breakfasts that are located in North Falmouth. There is one in West Falmouth, and then there is one in Katomet. We feel that there is a need for a bed and breakfast in Falmouth. We hope, after doing some surveying, we hope to charge anywhere between $175 to $325 a night. So we would hopefully attract the right clientele that one would want as a neighbor and perhaps make a friend out of. We do have the proper parking. We have 10 spots. I don't know if the board has any other questions, or you'd like to open it up for discussion, or if there's anything else I can be of assistance to, or I can turn it over to my partner.
Well, let's see if the board has some questions for you at this point.
What kind of signage is going to be out there to advertise this on the street?
Well, thank you for the question. So what we'd like to do is get some sign that's aesthetic, appropriate for it, nothing big, something small, and work with the maybe the sign committee, or do something that's aesthetically acceptable, so it won't be any obtrusiveness to anybody. Maybe something, maybe the size of like maybe a mailbox or something a little bit bigger that indicates, this is going to be. And we haven't really thought of, the name of it yet, but, maybe something clever that's acceptable and marketable.
Anything else?
I do. Regarding the signage, I think the referral from the fire department was 2 years ago, they had a fire. Is there not a demarcation of Shannon's Way out by the Wild Harbor Road?
There used to be a rock that used to say Shannon's Way, but to the best of my knowledge, Mark, there's nothing out there now that marks Shannon's Way, only from the map. Like on Wild Harbor Road, there's no little sign from the town or from us that says Shannon's Way. And if the board feels that that would be something that you would like us to address, we certainly would.
Well, I think it's I mean, just to add on to the question, I think it was brought up in the purview of safety. And so I think it is definitely necessary, even after 2 years. Speaking about the other concern of the fire department, now, Kevin, you had said that you're amenable to expanding 6 feet of the driveway towards the front yard.
Yes, sir.
The existing width of Shannon's Way coming from Wild Harbor Road is what? Do you happen to know?
This is their concern, as I interpret it, was that our existing driveway here
Yes.
was not wide enough for the truck. So what we were going to do is come this way to our front lawn, an additional 6 feet, and go all the way up. So it would be similar to like this.
All right, so you're coming further up. Okay.
Is that paved?
No, that would not be paved. We'd try to get something like a crushed stone, something as Cape-style aesthetic.
You, per the plan, there's 10 parking spots, 2 of which are in the garage.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This colored-in area, Mark, is the proposed parking.
Okay. And you had alluded to earlier in your presentation, and thank you for that, lighting was a potential issue with neighbors. Is there any proposal of any lighting system for the parking area?
I don't, this is Greg Leonard for the record. He's,
Thank you.
why don't you take it?
Come up to that podium, please.
Thank you for your time tonight. The only lighting, we haven't proposed any additional. There's 2 outdoor sconces on either side of the garage, an outdoor sconce at the rear door to the garage, which we think is going to be sufficient for the parking in the rear. We don't propose any large overhead lighting, anything that's industrial that's going to bother the neighbors.
That's all I have for now.
And we're open to any suggestions as far as fencing or additional landscaping to block any noise or any lights that may be a concern.
You would be amenable to a fence, but preferably natural vegetation, possibly?
Whatever the neighbors would prefer to look at.
So you're come to some sort of mutual understanding with the neighbors?
If they would prefer vegetation, a combination of a fence, we're open to it.
That's all I have for now, Chairman.
You know, just to make one point on the fire department's recommendation, their concern, it was partly the width, but it was also, because if you look at the topography here, it slopes down a little bit. Their main concern was being too close to that embankment. That's why they wanted to widen to the left a little bit, so it could be a little bit safer getting up there. And the building is going to be sprinkled as well.
It will.
And then we're going to have the signage included according to the town specifications.
So no post lighting at the entrance?
No. Right now, there's 2 gas light posts there. I don't think, Ruth, are they functional or? Okay.
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's not going to be any other cooking facilities other than in the designated kitchen area?
Correct. It's just a residential kitchen, not a commercial stove, not for commercial accommodations. And again, this is only serving breakfast. It's not open to the public. There's no liquor license. It's only open for breakfast to the residents.
What's the final coat on the driveway going up the hill?
I'm sorry, the final.
What's the final coat of the driveway? Is it asphalt or is it
No, it's just
stone?
going to be a crushed stone. We're working with Mike Borselli at Falmouth Engineering, and what we're going to do is regrade the driveway while we're widening it, install a dense base grade just to stabilize it, and then something like a purple crushed stone, just something that goes along with the aesthetics of the house.
Do you have any kind of landscape plan?
No, not right now, we don't.
I have to confess that I was unable to find this location. I was not able to make a site visit. My GPS doesn't even show Shannon Avenue. I think your guests are going to have a hard time unless you do something about that. But my sense right now is you have a concept, but I'm not sure you have an approvable plan for us as to how you're going to do this and what the final configuration of this is like.
The final configuration of the site, or?
You know, you're proposing commercial accommodations, that's, you know, a business. You're going to have some landscaping, the lighting, everything else spelled out so that we can say, we approve this according to this plan. And then it ends up getting constructed according to that plan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as the landscaping, we have nothing set in stone, so we're open to recommendations from the board, from the neighbors.
Our job is not to design the project for you. Okay. You need to come to us with what you propose.
Mhm. There will be no additional lighting. That is a fact.
No lighting, okay.
You may have, I don't know what the safety issues are if you have guests on there. They may need some, especially if you're trying to attract older people, they may need, I'm not talking about major lights, but they may need some guidance as to where they're going to step when they walk out of the house.
I mean, currently there's just traditional residential single-family lights, the front porch, the side porch, and the garage. I mean, there's sufficient lighting for people to get to their cars and get in the door. Again, it's still, I mean, from the outside, it still appears just like a single-family structure that it was originally built as.
Okay, I think,
Can I have
Yeah.
some questions? See, so you said no alcohol, just breakfast. Are there any employees besides the manager living on site or housekeeping?
There may be someone that comes on a daily basis for housekeeping, and possibly someone to come in to cook breakfast occasionally, but no full-time employees.
When you say no full-time employees, I mean somebody coming every day to do housekeeping, but would it be like an independent contractor? Or would they wouldn't be an employee of the LLC, is what you're saying?
No, they would not be an employee.
So no exterior changes to the structure proposed?
No, none.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else, and you might not know this based on some of the landscaping, but to kind of stabilize, I guess, the northern property? I know that you're moving the driveway over, but it kind of just falls right down, so I just didn't know if there was anything proposed to stabilize.
To stabilize
Yes.
this whole side right here?
Yeah.
No, just stabilizing the driveway. I mean, there's nothing, I don't see if there, especially if we're moving the driveway in, a need to kind of stabilize that drop off.
Okay. Do you have a lot coverage right now?
I'm sorry, do we have?
Lot coverage?
1.019 acres.
No, lot coverage, so the
Yes, it's,
percent.
8.3%.
Okay, thank you. And any services for people who are not staying there, so,
No.
okay. Um, And Igor will be living there, is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay. And just, I think that there was a discrepancy, so it's 6 rentable?
Correct.
Rooms?
7 total rooms, 6 rentable.
That makes me feel better, because I counted a lot, and I really did count a few
I'm trying
times,
to
and I
find that
said, where is
7th
that?
one.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is there a 3rd floor? I don't, okay.
Right, I was struggling with that myself.
Okay. That's all I have for right now. I would agree that we might need some more information.
Okay, let's hear from the public.
Just
See what-
one question.
Sure.
On the parking in the back, do they walk around the building to go in the front door?
No, there's a side door right here, side porch door.
Is it handicap accessible?
It is not. We can make it handicap accessible though.
Okay.
That was my question. Is there any handicap parking, and where's the handicap accessibility?
There's nothing designated, but we can make those modifications.
You should have one handicap parking space.
And are those usually paved? Right.
John, I think John has a question too.
Yeah.
I have What is the width of Shannon's Way out where it meets the main street there?
25 feet.
25 feet, according to this plan. I believe,
Yeah. That's what I showed.
25 feet wide?
yeah.
No, I drove up
What is
there.
shown on the plan.
It's the layout on the plan.
Right.
It may not be what's existing, but it's the layout on the plan. It's a private way.
Okay, I think I'd like to hear from the public. We have 15 more minutes. I don't think we're going to get to a decision tonight on this one. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I'm Ruth Frazier, and a butter. I had a question about the driveway.
Speak through the chair.
Does the fire department require paving? I mean, are they satisfied with a gravel driveway?
We'd have to put that to the fire department,
They're
would
satisfied.
we not? They're satisfied? They did express some concerns about the,
And
bank.
did I understand
Well, we
that
need to
the,
approve as alternative parking spaces. We've got to add that to the application.
and did I understand that the handicap space has to be paved?
Regulations require handicap parking spaces to be paved and marked.
My concern is a vegetative planting along the parking lot, preferably evergreens.
okay. So some landscaping. Anyone else in the public? Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board, my name is Ruth McLaughlin, and I live right here. This is my piece of property here.
Okay.
This is my, I think this is actually my home, and this is my garage. I have a lot of concerns about this project. I think that it's going to impact me in a great way, mostly because of the traffic that's going to go in and out for a bed and breakfast that rents out 6 rooms along with a proprietor, and now I'm hearing about housekeeping and a cook that's going to be coming and going. It's my understanding in general, that this part of the town is half-acre zoning. And when this subdivision was brought in front of the town, even though it's greater than 2 acres, the town would only allow 2 buildable lots back here because of the frontage issue on Wild Harbor Road. So it seems to me to be just to go against limiting it to 2 buildable lots back here because of the frontage issue, but then allowing a 6-room bed and breakfast to go back here with the coming and going that's going to be attracted by that. I understand that the driveway has to have some improvements made to it. If I can, may I approach?
Mm-hmm.
I just took 2 photographs. There's 5 copies of each. I wasn't sure how many members there were. This is looking out the driveway onto Wild Harbor Road. And then this is just a little further back. Where this is about right here. That second picture is about right here. So
With a pet for scale.
So you're kind of looking at the corner. And this second one I took so that you can see out, and then it's Jay Montero's house across the street that you can see who's present here tonight. Oops, I almost dropped the plan. Like I said, my... My biggest concern is the traffic that's going to come and go. Clearly, in my opinion, I know perhaps they disagree, but I think that the traffic that would come and go from 2 single-family homes back here would be substantially less than even the traffic that's going to come from 1 6-room bed and breakfast in and out this private way. Some of the other concerns that I have, some of them actually we discussed out front, and I am satisfied by some of them. There was a comment made about there's no bed and breakfast in North Falmouth. However, I think I'm less than 2 miles from the Seacrest Hotel, which I don't even know how many rooms they have, but they have a lot of rooms. I'm a little concerned about the sign. That never even occurred to me because this is my driveway also. Never occurred to me about a sign beyond. There was a sign there that said Shannon's Way, but it got stolen because I think it was a cute, probably someone named Shannon went by it and said, hey, let's take that sign. So there was that, it was the green street sign, but that got stolen. I hadn't thought about a sign. I share a private way, so I guess, a sign would be allowed. This property, my property is 1 property over from, I abut the back of the properties on Old Main Road, and that's this entire section that abuts mine is in the historical district, and they can't do anything. You can't change your house from shingles to clapboards or anything like that, so I would just ask you to take that into consideration as to where this is located in the village of North Falmouth. Once you allow something, you can never go back.
Let's stay on the zoning issues, okay?
Okay. Well, that's my concerning. That's what I'm saying. Once you allow this, you zone this as a commercial accommodation.
We're not zoning it as commercial
Or
accommodations.
whatever, I'm using the wrong.
Commercial accommodations are allowed by special permit.
Okay,
Which can be
I'm just
done.
using the
Okay.
wrong language. I don't do this type of work. I think that myself, along with the neighbors, have a concern about just starting that process in this neighborhood. The only commercial piece of property in the neighborhood is the Wild Harbor General Store, which actually is, I abut that also, and they have pictures in that store of it existing when the horse is drawn by a carriage in front of that store. It's been there for a very long time. Does bed and breakfast have to be ADA compliant, or does it just require a handicap space?
It'll probably require 1. I'll look into it.
But would the building have to be ADA compliant? Okay.
Not that I'm aware of. It depends. I think I'll leave that to the building commission.
Okay. No, I was just curious, just because you mentioned the handicap space. So that's, my concern is traffic. I think when you think about 6 rooms, and then the proprietor,
Okay, let's see what they have to say about traffic, because I actually haven't heard an estimate yet of what you expect the flow, traffic flow to be.
Well, I think, Mr. Chairman, in regards to the traffic, it's, if this remained a single-family home with a husband and a wife and 4 college students, there'd be 6 cars coming in and out regardless. And then, of course, as you know, that family, the single family, could bring in 4 other boarders, so to speak, and before you know it, at this single-family home, you've got 10 people with 10 cars coming and going.
I'm not asking about what the alternative use is. What's the anticipated traffic flow for your business?
I would say 2 to 3 cars a day. Hopefully, if we can get 50% occupancy. It's a economy-driven, I mean, it's, after this winter, there'd be no one up there. Hopefully, the spring and
Is this
summer.
going to be occupied or operated year-round?
Yes, we're hoping to get a year-round.
Who's responsible for, like this winter, the plowing, and how did all that work?
Go ahead, Greg.
Ruth and I honestly work together as far as plowing the road and having someone come in and take care of the snow removal. We would take that upon ourselves because obviously Ruth only uses a very small portion of the private way. But in all reality, like Kevin had mentioned, the traffic flow or increase in traffic flow that's anticipated is going to be negligible versus a single-family home, or if there were 2 single-family homes, 4 and 5 bedrooms up there. I really think, because I mean, again, I think it's a pipe dream to assume that it's going to be 100% occupied 100% of the time. So I really don't think traffic there'd be a noticeable difference in the traffic.
Okay. Let's see what other questions we have. Yes?
My name is Karen Ferris.
I'm sorry, could you speak up? I couldn't hear your name.
Karen Ferris. And I live here with my family right on this property here. I have a concern with the traffic as well as the noise. And I do think that the traffic will be a problem because even if you have 4 college students, parents, 6 cars, that's a whole different ball of wax than 6 different people with different habits, plus possibly husband and wife cars, a couple of part-time employees. What if people are meeting each other there? They've got 10 parking spots. And I think the comings and goings of that, we've experienced a similar situation already with the other building. So I can see the writing on the wall with that. And there were not nearly as many, there were maybe half that amount of cars, and it was already a huge impact. The other thing is regarding the noise. When you consider a bed and breakfast and people that go to a bed and breakfast, most of the time, people that go to a bed and breakfast are going because they're on some kind of vacation. It's not always, they're staying because they have business in the area or whatever. And when you're on vacation, you are often out late at night. You're going into town, you're going to dinner, having a couple of cocktails, arriving back home late at night. And in the height of the season, we would hope that they have more than 50% occupancy if they're going to have a business, right? We have already also experienced people in the summer coming and going late at night. I'm going to say that with the other building that was there, we were up between 1 and 4 times a week, between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, out of our beds awake. Not only because of lights shining, but noise. The way the acoustics are in that area, the noise just comes right down into our windows. We have an elderly person who lives with us, and she is awake like that. And honestly, it's not just loud partying noise. That's not what I'm talking about, because I know that's not what kind of place this would be. But people who come in, you know, who have been out until midnight or 1 o'clock, oftentimes, even if they're fine enough to drive, they're loud, they're happy, they're having a good time, they're on vacation. But, you know, we're not always on vacation. And it's summer for us, too. We want to enjoy it, too.
Okay. Other comments?
Do you want, I'll make a motion to go till 10:15.
10:15, and then I think we'll probably stop.
My name's Bob Foley. I am
Do we need to vote
resident,
that?
21
Yeah.
Mile Harbor Road, which is...
Let's, hold on, let's vote Kim's motion here before you get too far.
I'll second it.
Everybody willing to go to 10:15? Okay. In light of the fact that you've all come, I think we want to give everyone a chance to express their views.
I'm a resident of 21 Mile Harbor Road, which is approximately over here. We've been in that house for a lot of years, about 70, and we've seen changes to the neighborhood through the years. And some of the changes have been very beneficial, and other changes haven't been so beneficial. But on balance, we like the neighborhood. It's a very nice neighborhood. I think something like this changes the character of the neighborhood. Example, this parking area is a very large part of this lot. It's a large part of the lot, and it may...
I'm going to recommend as you testify that you don't touch the actual plan on the board.
Second, as I was saying, it's a large part of the lot, and when you combine that with the house, it's very large. Now, what was said a little earlier by Mr. Callahan was that this was built as a 7-bedroom house. I can't find that in any of the records. I found a 4-bedroom house, and that it would be converted to 7 bedrooms. But I never found the 7 bedrooms. So either I'm wrong and the town records are wrong, or he misspoke. I think it's important because this is a change to the character of the building as well. And it's potentially a change to the character of the neighborhood. I'd like to bring up one issue that hasn't been talked about, and that's right out here at the Wild Harbor Road entrance. That entrance is fairly dangerous at peak periods of traffic for 2 reasons. One is, if you're coming up Wild Harbor Road from the New Silver Beach area, cars haven't quite decelerated yet because they've got enough distance between here and Old Main Road to decelerate. From Old Main Road coming down, they're still accelerating going down Old Main Road. And you know, you have sight distances, I'm sure, on both sides. But those sight distances may not anticipate the acceleration and lack of deceleration in the other direction, which means that the cars come very quickly to that area. Those people who go in and out of there know that cars are coming. And it's not a great entry point either, when you look at it. The other thing is, the 10 parking spaces and the driveway. I had thought that the requirements were that if you had something like that for a commercial accommodation, they'd have to be paved. I know for a handicap spot it needs to be paved, but I thought it was.
I think by special permit, which is something Suri brought up earlier, that probably needs to be amended to include a request for alternative surface.
Yeah. Because I had thought that was a requirement if you're...
It can be exempt for special permit.
For a special permit exempt, so they have to file for an
They
exemption
have to
on
file
that.
for that.
You have to amend the application.
Okay. Well,
So it's possible, you're correct, technically you're correct, that it would normally be required that it be paid.
okay. And the other issues that I raised I didn't raise, my daughter raised in a letter to you regarding this project I think are things that need to be addressed by the board before they make a decision.
Hi, my name is David Morielli. I'm one of the abutters. I'm here next to Karen. My biggest concern is lighting with the traffic coming up, especially during nighttime, and the noise. Both Karen and my house are below grade, so the sound just carries right on through. When the building was there before, when people were just on the porch talking, we could hear them. So Karen's right. If someone comes there after drinking, you get a little bit loud, it's going to wake people up. That's my biggest concern, to me, is the noise and the lighting. When the cars come up, generally their lights will hit, and we'll see the lights in my house or on my porch or in the bedroom. That's basically all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being succinct.
Good evening. My name is John J. Montero. I have the property, my wife and I, right here. Thing is, the traffic going in and out of this road here is going to significantly impact our living room. Every time a car comes out, you see the lights. My other concern with it, if they're going to be having a gravel paving area, the noise itself on the gravel with cars going over it, whether it be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, you're going to hear that. I'm glad to see that they decided to put in a fire suppression system. Given the fact that the last house that was there, it went up, it damaged not only my house, fire in the back of my house. I had a shed, which was about a 36-foot long shed, canvas type, peppered through. I had to replace that. The access with the fire department coming in here, they could not get in here because of this corner right here. There was a large post and stones here. Fire department couldn't get through there. They had to go up through Marshall McLaughlin's property to get up to here. Other than that, if that's what it's going to be, it is. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah.
I'm Ann Montero, and I'm across the street. And my question is, if this is approved, does this pave the way for future accommodations there? Like, if the bed and breakfast doesn't work, could it be rented to the state and have rehab rooms? Or is this strictly bed and breakfast
No.
and that's it?
I would say no to that.
I will answer that.
Okay?
There's no restriction for rehab. It's not with zoning. That wouldn't come before us. It wouldn't come before anybody. We can't
Halfway
stop
house.
halfway houses or rehab houses.
Right, but in terms of so in other words, that could happen right now.
Right.
This project,
It won't become a restaurant. Restaurants aren't allowed in residential.
right.
It's either commercial accommodation or something that you can see in the bylaw that would be allowed either through special permit or by right. And by right, strictly churches, schools, single-family residents, things like that.
Okay. I'm glad with the fire suppression system. That's a plus.
I have a question for the applicant, which is who controls what's the ownership of the road? How is, if that road were to be improved, what has to happen?
As far as who would
Well,
foot the bill for it, or?
yes, to foot the bill, but also allow it. Is there ownership by abutters? It's private way. How is it owned?
I honestly don't know. I'd have to look into that. I believe it's a common driveway. And again, Ruth and I have had a
Is
relationship.
it a common driveway or is it a road?
Is it a private way or a driveway?
I believe it's considered by the town a private way.
Okay. So the abutters own it to the middle? Is that what
I
you're
mean,
saying?
that's standardly, each abutter might own to the middle in the frontage of their lots.
I'd have to look into that.
I mean, my concern is I'm looking at these photos and, it looks like it would be challenging to support a significant increase in traffic.
And again, I mean, at the recommendation of the fire department, and obviously to clean it up along with the landscaping. We're not at the point where anyone's living there, it's not complete. I mean, all the overhanging trees would be cleaned up, the whole area would be regraded, and then this would be widened. So, I mean, it's gonna be, there hasn't been a reason at this
For
point.
your part?
No, I mean, coming up here too, there's a lot of overhanging bamboo that would be cleared. It was one of the issues and concerns of the fire department. Because it affects us too, but, I mean, at this point, the majority of the road use has been...
I guess the question is, do you have the right to do that?
I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm raising the question because we're going to continue this. We're not going to make a decision tonight, and I'd like to know the answer.
I have some other
Yep.
things that I would like to see anyways, since you said this was more like a concept plan. I don't know if a formal traffic study is necessary, because I know it is, 6 bedrooms or 8 bedrooms, but certainly we need something to hang our hat on and say this isn't a traffic issue. And I think that a traffic study should be done. I think that there needs to be something more than your attorney saying, it's kind of similar to a college kid living there. I think you need something concrete. A landscaping plan would be nice to see, a lighting plan. I actually would like to see some, even short lighting, just as a safety matter along that back parking area. And that's what I would be looking for, I guess, when you come back.
I would second.
Roadway issue.
And roadway,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, and knowing who owns it, who maintains it.
I would go so far as to ask for, because the neighbors have, especially the neighbors to the north, have cited the fact that they lay lower as far as the grade level, and their concern is the noise and the light specifically. Vegetative boundary that would at least prevent light screening, or provide light screening.
Yeah, a combination of fencing and vegetation could go a long way towards mitigating sound and light. But that's incumbent upon you guys to figure out how to do it. We're not
And
going
on
to
your
do it.
landscape plan. So a buffering fence, lighting, all that would show on your landscape.
Right.
And if you're going to have any signage at the front of the driveway for a bed and breakfast, and any light on that signage, you want to show approximately where that signage may go.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should, we have 2 minutes left to continue, so if someone wants to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue, what's the number, 2315.
How long do you think this will take you? Do you think you can get it done by May 14th?
Oh, yes, that's more than enough time. Is there a sooner date, or?
No, I
No.
don't think so. Okay, motion from Mark to continue
To May 14th
May-
at 6:30.
May 14th, 6:30 here in Town Hall, seconded by John, and all in favor?
Aye.
And aye. What?
One of these people didn't vote. Who's the voting members on that? Oh, yeah, Christina.
All five.
Excuse me, I apologize.
Right.
My fault. It's getting late.
Mr. Chairman, for your time. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more business, is there?
I want to know whose dog that is.
Oh. Minutes,
You have
February 26th, I don't think I was here.
No, thank you.
and March 12th. February 26th and March 12th.
Do you guys want to just give me your pictures and I'll punch them in, photos of this? Thank you.
Okay,
So
as-
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Can I ask you all to please exit quietly?
March 26th and, or actually, February 26th and March 12th as printed, or as drafted, I should say.
We're going to have to do one at a time because Ken wasn't here, so let's do
Okay,
February 26th.
February 26th is drafted.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
And, did you get that? You all voted? Okay, so I'll make the motion of approving the minutes of March 12th as drafted.
Second that?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, aye.
5-0.
Well,
Ed
let's
wasn't
see,
here.
Ed wasn't here, so he's abstaining.
I'm
Right?
sorry?
Ed was not here.
Ed was
so
not
he's-
here.
He's
Oh,
abstaining.
yeah, so it would just be 5-0.
Right,
Yep.
for the 12th.
Okay.
Remember that.
In
Wow.
fact, you get to abstain on all the minutes.
Right.
Lucky you.
Anything about the zoning bylaw?
I sent it to Ken Foreman as I was asked to do by the town planner.
You sent what to me?
What was it? Procurement, an RFP.
Really? It's in an email?
We can talk
I
about
believe it.
A week and a half ago, I think it was.
Sorry.
He asked me to, and I told you in the email that Brian asked me to send it.
I do remember seeing it,
He
but
sent it
but
to
I wasn't
Kat.
sure what action I was supposed to take.
To leave it up to you to share. That's
Oh.
what
Oh,
Brian Curtis,
that was why I was supposed to.
that's what he said. You could either review it, ask him questions, or you could.
All right,
it. So we'll talk about next.
yes, sorry. Told you guys not to elect me chair. No.
There's a reason why I email you. Really.
Okay, anything else tonight? Or-
Is there anything that anybody wants on February 23rd?
April?
I mean, April, hello.
Yeah, I got you going.
I want to know how you
Yeah,
get us.
maybe we add that bylaw. Maybe that will remind Ken.
Yes, sure, put it on the agenda. Put it on the agenda.
April
That'd be good.
23rd, yeah, I'll still be here.
Okay, if nothing else, the meeting is adjourned.